In this lesson, we're going to be learning about adding and subtracting money. So think about story time. I went to Chili's this weekend. I had a $20 bill. I ordered a salad for $8.99 and an iced tea for $1.89. How much change would I receive from the $20 bill? So does this sound like a single step or a multiple step problem? What I mean by that is, am I going to do one thing or are there two steps that I need to do here? So there is more than one step I need to do here. So we call that a multi-step problem. So you don't just do one part of a math and you get an answer, but there's actually more than one step to go through. So to do this, we're going to use our problem-solving model. So I would like you to pause the video and add this to your math journal so you have it to reference. But we're going to start with this model, and I'm going to start with the reflect box. So this is where your solution statement goes, where you turn the question into a statement. So please make sure you are adding this to your math journal. Our second one is C. This is where the information you see or need to solve the problem goes. So these are usually the numbers in the problem. Then we have our plan. This is where you plan how you are going to solve the problem. And our do. This is where you solve the computations. What that means is this is where you add or subtract or multiply or divide. You actually do the work. So please make sure this is in your math journal. So let's work out our solution statement. That's our first part. So I went to Chili's with $20. I ordered a salad for $8.99 and an iced tea for $1.89. How much change would I receive from the $20 bill? So that is the question it is actually asking me. So how do I turn this into a statement? I take the question and write it as an answer. So it wants to know how much change I would get from this $20 bill. So I would say I would receive blank change from the $20 bill. So I'd like you to add this second entry in your journal so you have an example. So you're working on your second journal entry now. So go ahead and pause the video and start this second journal entry. So I have my solution statement in my reflect here. I would receive blank change from the $20 bill. Then I need to find my C. What information is important to solve the problem? And I'm going to underline that information. So I'm going to read it again. I went to Chili's with $20. Oh, I hear some money here, so I'm going to underline it. That's important information. I ordered a salad for $8.99. Some more important information right here, so I'm going to underline it. And an iced tea for $1.89. Another number, some information. And then my important question, how much change would I receive from the $20 bill? So those are my important pieces of information. So I'm going to take that and put it in my C box. So I see that I spent $8.99. I also spent $1.89, and I started with $20. So that's my important information. Please copy that down in your journal. Then I move to my plan. Now, because I know that this is a multi-step problem or two-step problem, I need to write down the two steps I'm going to do. My first step is to add what I spent, and then so I spent $8.99 and $1.89. So first I need to add those two together. Then step two, I need to subtract how much I spent from what I started with. So my $20. Next, we move to our do. So we actually do this math, again, in two steps. So I start with step one. I take my $8.99 and add it to my $1.89. I add those together, making sure to do regrouping, and that gives me $10.88. Then step two, I take my $20 that I spent, and I subtract my $20 that I have, and I subtract my $10.88. And that gives me, when I do my subtraction with regrouping, $9.12. So